Good morning. Good morning. Give me 1 second. Setting a couple things up. There we go. All right. All right. 8 o'clock. Time to get it. Let's jump over here first to the scans. So on the scans, today, I guess we can start with the top on the scanner list is GameStop. 39% on GameStop, getting up there, touching the 25s. And we saw it moving up last week. We had a couple of chat rooms pumping GameStop and things like that. And I was looking at the different news catalysts and everything on GameStop, and I didn't see GameStop doing anything like huge. We'll go and look at some of those news catalysts in just a minute. Let's go to the next one. We have SQSP that's up. And both of these are looking like they're going to be higher floats based on the shares outstanding that they have. GameStop has 306 million. Good morning, Danielle. SQSP has 137 million over there. So we kind of look for under 100 million to even consider as maybe having a low float. The first one that maybe has a low float is OKLO. This is a recent IPO, and one of the things that I've seen from my data with IPOs and recent IPOs is I don't have enough data to do my calculations. So I don't know what the average true range is. I don't know what the relative volume is, and I don't know what the relative standard deviations. And so because I don't have my variables, I usually don't trade those. I kind of let them play out until they get enough data to be traded. But right now it's trading right below $10 level. And yeah, I'm just going to give that one some time. I got to look into what kind of company it is. I mean, it's only been trading for less than a month or so. So we'll see what that is as well. But those are the top three that are looking like they're above $5 and above 10% gainers on the day. Below that, we have RXRX, we have ZK, we have Clean Spark, CLSK, Bitto, Yen, and so on. Everything else is kind of lower percentage gain. Things that are under 5 though that are moving. CCLD was the only thing that I picked up on the scan. Looking for low float movers. Don't know what the exact news is on that one, but we'll pull these out and go ahead and look at their catalyst. So we'll pull out GME, we'll pull out SQSP, OKLO, and CCLD. And maybe we'll get something else towards the beginning of the market. And these were some that I was watching from last week: ITOS, INSG, and SRTS. I was looking for them to continue to go higher, but I don't know how they're going to do today on Monday morning. If they want to go back under 5, and then ITOS will, if these go back under 5, I'll just be watching ITOS for some continuation moves upward this week. So let's go ahead and get into it. Starting with, let's just start with GameStop since it's the highest mover. GameStop, GME. All right, so we always go, I really avoid the news because anybody can post the news. I want to see what the actual company is putting out, so I always go to the press releases. Looking at the last 2 releases this year, there's one in March 12th, and one on March 26th. So it announced the release date for its fourth quarter full year fiscal 2023 results, and then it actually did it here on March 26th. So let's go ahead and click into this. So fourth quarter overview. Net sales were 1.79 billion for the fourth quarter compared to 2.226 billion in the prior year's fourth quarter. So their sales have dropped almost by half, right? Next thing, selling general and administrative expenses were 359.2 million, or 20% of net sales for the fourth quarter, compared to 453.4 million, or 20.4% of net sales. Okay, so they did a little bit better on that. Net income was 63.1 million for the fourth quarter compared to the net income of 48.2 million for the prior year's fourth quarter. And I was thinking about this. I was like, I wonder was that because of some sell-off? Were they selling shares of GameStop onto the market? I don't know. But we're seeing with this little push up, a lot of people are buying in again. So will that be a part of their income? They sell some more onto the market, because I haven't really seen GameStop doing any buyback plans or buyback, initiatives. Let's see. So cash equivalents, and marketable securities were 1.199 billion at the close of the quarter. Long-term debt remains limited to a low interest unsecured term loan associated with the French government's response to COVID-19. Full year overview. Net sales were 5.27. So this first overview was the fourth quarter. The full year, though, net sales 5.27 billion for fiscal year 2023, compared to 5.927 billion for fiscal year. So they made more in 2022 than they did in 2023. So that's decreasing. SG&A expenses were 1.324 billion, or 25.1% of net sales for fiscal year 2023, compared to 1.61. So yeah, they're making a little bit less gradually. Net income 6 million for fiscal year 2023. Okay, compared to the net loss of 313 or 313.1 million for the fiscal year 2022. Interesting. Anyway, GameStop, as far as like doing things and producing actual value, I don't know if they're going to be able to continue to hold these price levels. It is going up towards the 25.47, and I'm thinking it's going to have the most eyes on the day. It has 11 million shares traded on the board. It's got the most volume out of everything that's cheap and everything that is over $5. So it's pushing. Next one is CCLD, up 19%. CCLD. Let's skip over here to press releases. All right, so 1 hour ago, Cloud or Care Cloud capital structure update. What? So it's just an update. So they retain citizens. What's the good news though? What's the reason? Cloud, a leader in healthcare technology solutions for medical practices, to acquire the company. Okay, this is an acquisition. All right, a leader in healthcare, details regarding its receipt of an unsolicited, non-binding indication of interest dated March 4th to acquire the company for $5 per share. Okay, so right now it's at $1. I mean, if they get up to $5, it could just come down. I don't know. I don't know how they produce their value. Let's jump over here to their profile for CCLD. Come on now, click it. All right, so Care Cloud, healthcare information technology company, provides a suite of cloud-based solutions and related business services to the healthcare providers and hospitals, primarily in the United States. It operates in two segments: healthcare IT and medical practice management. Okay, so yeah, it's got some AI words in here: AI-powered virtual support, AI-powered all that stuff. That may be a reason that it's getting an uptick in the on the scans today. It was founded in 1999, headquartered in Somerset, New Jersey. All right, so not the greatest news there. It's definitely in competition with everything else on the board. Let's go ahead and look at the next large mover, which is SQSP, up 13%. We're just focusing on the ones that are over 10% right now, especially for small caps. That's what most traders are going to be focused on, things that are moving with a nice gap. But this is not a small cap, or it's not a low float. It may be a small cap, but it's not a low float. No, it's not a small cap either. Market cap is 5,000 or 5 billion. So no, small caps are under 2 billion. Let's go to press releases on this one. But we also want to see their news to see if they're going to be sucking up attention. Squarespace to go private in 6.9 billion all cash transaction with Permira. So they're going private. So I guess you can catch some shares before they go private. But I mean, I don't know if you'll be able to sell your shares on the open market. You may be able to sell them to somebody like privately, but you know, maybe they'll come back public at some point. And then the last one was OKLO, this little stock that's kind of like a IPO looking stock that I have not seen, but I know that it was trading on Friday. Let me go to that. OKLO. Good morning, Drifter. Good morning, Lori Lee. All right, let's see what we got here. OKLO, no press releases. Guarantee it has some news though, right? Yeah, look at them. Forget weight loss drugs. Here's the next breakthrough. Look how manipulative the news is in comparison to like what the press release from the company is. They try to make things sound very, very optimistic, or very, very bad. They just kind of play on words and things like that. I'm like, nah, let me see what the company's saying. But yeah, let's go ahead and look at the charts for these. Let me see, do I see anything else popping up? Not really. OKLO did fall under 10%. It's only up 7% now. But let's get to these charts. So we'll start with GameStop. GameStop on the 15 minute, going up here and touching a previous high point of the 2950s. Let's jump over to the larger time frame. We can see that GameStop did have quite a bit of a run up in the past. And has just been selling off with no real news on like it producing anything or getting any new partnerships or things like that. I haven't seen. But we can see over the last 3 weeks, buying pressure from the 10 all the way up to the 20s. And now it's gapping even higher up here to like 25 somewhere. So we'll see how that holds during the day. And it could be interesting. 4 hour on the 4 hour, we can see pushing big green, big buyers on a Monday. Now remember, Monday is the start of the week. It's like the start of the race. So it's no rush to do anything on this day. It's just a data accumulation day, looking at the catalyst, looking at what is interesting and what can be a play later on the week. Now, what I try to do is try to collect, let's say if there's something that has good catalyst and it dies on Monday. I put that thing on the watch list and say, hey, can I find a day that this doing continuation with the setup that I like, the ATR break and hold of the highs. And it's been working out too. So I haven't really traded anything without catalyst. Anything that's just been going up, I just don't touch. I just kind of watch everybody get destroyed and then move on to what actually has catalyst or a reason to move. But yeah, this is the hour chart here. As we can see, a nice little green there. Let's go ahead and flip over to CCLD. Nice beat down stock on the monthly. Beat down, and then trading around 150. So only up, 50 cents from the close that it had on Friday. Looking at the daily chart, traded in between, tested the ATR low, and now is slightly above the ATR high with a high, actually slightly above the previous day's high of the 150, slightly. Okay, so let's go and look. Not looking too hot on the 4 hour. Big shove down from the 265s during pre-market all the way back to 150. So yeah, not looking too hot. SQSP. This one is looking like it's grinding upwards. Again, this one was not a small cap. It's looking like a mid cap where it's just grinding up. Had a flat bottom here at 20s, had another little bottom test around 27s, right under the 30s, blasted through those 30s and just has been grinding higher. But we'll see how it does on the day. I'm thinking it's going to get super choppy. One of the things I've been talking to other traders and other YouTubers and things like that, especially those that are trading like large caps and mid caps. And like the thing that all of us come to agreement on is you need range to make money on these days. Like without range, there is nothing. And there are two ways to know. In small caps, we use the percent gain. So we can see something that's up 20, 30, 40, 50, all the way to 100, 1,000%. We can see that up. In mid caps and large caps, though, how do you determine if something has the range if it's only up 2% on the day? Well, here comes my favorite word, the ATR, right? If a stock, let's just jump over here to the scans and look at the large caps. Okay, so let's look at these ATRs. What has the most potential on the day? If I segregate this or categorize this by ATR, Nvidia has a $35 ATR. So how easy is it to make 30 cents on something that has an average true range of $35? Same thing with Coinbase. Coinbase has an ATR of $15. Now, there are some caveats with that though. Just because they have a big ATR, you need to see how volatile, how fast they move with that ATR, how fast the cycle is on there. Because it could move $35, but it could take 25 years to move $35, right? What is the speed at which it does it? And that's one of the things we really don't have to worry about in small caps because they're emotional. People are getting in and out. People are coming in, especially people that get hurt on Monday, come in on Tuesday or Wednesday or whatever, and they're scared. And they're like, do I get in? Do I get out? And so, they get their scalp peeled back. So they're very emotional. But with the large caps, it takes a lot of capital to move them. So once they get moving, what's gonna stop them? Like if you're on the wrong side of this and it does want to move $30, what are you gonna do about it? You got 100 shares and it's just steady stacking up. You better know something about that range. If you're day trading it, if you're swing trading it or doing something longer, maybe it doesn't really matter. But for a day trade, that's what I would be looking for some to trade something like that. AMD $6 on the ATR, ARM $6, but they move differently because of the catalyst that is sparking them. Some of them have tight ranges because they don't have a catalyst. They haven't had a catalyst in a long time, but people have a positive sentiment. So you gotta take everything into consideration and try not to get your scalp peeled back. Jumping back over. So we looked at those. SRTS was one of the ones that I was watching from last week. Kind of bundling up around the 5, looking like it wants to do some type of retest. We'll see where the ATRs land on that one. And then INSG, very low volume on both of these, to be honest. Looking at the scans, SRTS barely has 100,000, and then INSG even lower volume. So we have to see what the relative volume is in comparison. But yeah. Anyway, hopefully y'all you had a good weekend. Celebrated a little bit of the ladies around you that have invested in your life, I guess you could say. The mothers around you, maybe. So we're coming on through and coming on to the mid part of this week, or not the mid part of this week, the mid part of this month as well. So we will see what goes on from here. Yeah, I'm trying to see anything else. Oh, the SPY. The SPY is continuing to grind higher as well. 522's up here. Friday had a huge drop off. And remember, Fridays are natural sell-off days. So to see this thing dump like this is normal. Dump like this, and then during pre-market, aftermarket, look at this, just comes right back up. I guarantee you somebody got killed on this dump, and they are so mad right now because they purchased on Friday, which is a natural sell-off day, and they just was like, man, this thing's not, this thing's gonna continue higher. They got boiled and baked. But now it's Monday and it could do another drop, because Monday people are like, oh my goodness, I could have made my money. Why did I lose on this when it came right back? Let me get in and bloop, back down. So we'll see what happens. It's back up to the highs where it was of the 522s, has already tested that level during the pre-market. So we'll see where the ATRs land on the daily. Right now, the daily ATR I think I had previously marked ATRs for some day, but I don't know what day it was. Oh well. Right now it was trading around 522, so right at the eight this ATR right here from Thursday looks like. But we'll see. It's just kind of grinding higher. It does look bullish on the monthly, coming up here and almost engulfing this previous month's candle. The breakout here would be 524.50 maybe. Looks like 524.50. But yeah, definitely looking bullish there. So, you go at the highest time frame you can get and just work your way down. Because sometimes the lower time frames do look bearish, but the bigger time frames is what clarifies the picture sometimes because the market can be irrational. All right. Let's see what we got here. We have about 10 minutes into the bell. We pretty much have looked at the top movers on the day, the things that we think is gonna be moving. CCLD really isn't an interesting one to me. I'm going to take that one off. It's gonna have to really explode to come back on. I don't see it competing with GameStop on today. SQSP, another one that I'm like on the fence about because it's a higher float, a higher market cap, mid cap, and it's not really competing with GameStop either. But it's up 13%, and then OKLO. So we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. SRTS still pushing up though. And looks like it is going up and testing that 550 level, but I don't trust it just yet because it's the beginning of the week and it could do anything from here. All right, so out of the open, I think I'm gonna be watching GameStop though. Not to trade, but just to evaluate. It ripped over this top 25 all the way up to 26, getting plenty of buyers in there, you know. And let's see where it can fall back to. So the point of control right now is at the 24.12. 24.12. And that's that red you see right there. And we can see where the top volume was traded. That's pretty much where the point of control has come up to right there. That blue line that is really, really big out here. We're going to see how it trades above this blue line. And will 24.43 become some type of support for it? Because somebody was very interested there. What is MVAX doing out here? MVAX had a big move up during pre-market before Friday, and then kind of just got tight, and just I remember this one. Yeah, this is one that I didn't trade because I was thinking it was gonna get tight like this on Friday. Yeah, because of that higher float. Okay, that makes sense. Cool. But it is up 9% today. It is doing better than OKLO now though. So top three based on volume above $5 is GME, SQSP, and Invex. And then below $5, all we got is CCLD. I don't see anything else. What you got going on out here, GameStop? Got about 5 minutes until the bell. I just hope GameStop doesn't slam on all the people that did buy into it, that are like buying and just holding with no plan, because it's just a repeat of history, really. Was at $10 up to $20. Yeah, sure, you can make money, but you can also lose money buying in the wrong area with the right slam. Looking like it wants to go to 26.50, popping around there. Less than 5 minutes to the bell. Currently, it's not receiving a whole lot of volume coming in though on the volume profile in this area. Not as big as it was at what 25.50. So I think it's gonna have to test back down to 25.50 to solidify itself on the after the open. Because it's I just don't there's some volume coming in, but still way lower than this previous level in here. It's got like a level between 23.75 and 25.50 that I'm thinking it's gonna need to test. ATRs are about to pop in here soon. What is ATR on this one from the other day? $1.63 ATR. So basically what my algorithm does is take the open price and then calculates the ATR high, ATR low on each of the time frames that I have. If you guys are seeing anything else that I am not seeing that I did not go over, definitely drop it in and we'll look at that as well. If you have any other plays that you got going, because I'm thinking GameStop is about to be a riptide for a Monday morning. Hopefully everybody has their pull cord. But I'm thinking it's definitely, or not definitely, I'm thinking it could come back and test the 25.50s. And the average, the top 70% of trading that has happened has been between 26, this little, all these arrows you hear or you see pointing downwards, that's the top of the value level, and then the bottom of the value level is all the way down here at 22.93. Lori caught a ACIU. ACIU. Nice, nice. Interesting. I didn't see this one. Let's see how much it's up. ACIU. It is up 44%. It hasn't populated for me yet. That's what it is. Okay. It'll probably pop in here soon. Probably only open. I think TOS's scanners update every 15 minutes. So, it'll pop in. It just hadn't popped in yet. Because it's definitely got volume. ACIU. Let's look at this date or this bigger time frame. So looking at the monthly on ACIU, it had gotten beat down for quite a while, all the way down here to $2.29, and now it's trading all the way up to 330s ish. So we'll see what that one's talking about. Actually, we didn't even look at the catalyst. Let's look at the catalyst. ACIU. We got probably less than a minute now. Let's go to the press releases. 3 hours ago, AC Immune reports first quarter 2024 financial results and provides a corporate update. ACU, so that's the same catalyst there. 3 hours ago, signs exclusive option to license an agreement for active immunotherapy for Alzheimer's disease. So this is Alzheimer's disease catalyst here. Interesting. Keep that one on watch. But we're about to come into the open. Let's watch GAM or GameStop out of the open, and then we'll flip over to ACIU if it takes the top position. ACIU. What's up, Reliable? Got 10 seconds until the bell on GameStop. and it's going to need to give up the ghost before anything else really wants to move. Lori called out ACIU, and then we also have, okay, there's the open. New ATRs have calculated there. ATR high 27.25 on this 15-minute, ATR low 25.43. And it is coming right back to this value level here, just trading on this value level. Let's look at the daily ATR high, 28.52 up there. Daily ATR low is 24.16. So let's see which way it chooses to go. I'll go ahead and mark these up. This is the ATR high. ATR high daily. Put a green up there. ATR low, which it looks like it's trying to get back to very quickly. 24.16. Oh, I did click it right on it. Okay, that works. Bam. All right, so we got our ATR high and low, looking like it's going towards the lows first, towards that 24.16. Let's go ahead and jump over to the main screen on the 15-minute. And we can see the difference between the 15-minute ATR, the last 15-minute 4-hour, or the last 14 15-minute candles true range versus the daily true range. This is the daily ATR high at 28, daily ATR low of 24.16. And it's not having any problems getting down to that 15-minute ATR low. Okay. Let me see. Donnell says, I don't like the scans. Yeah, I was still watching SRTS as well. It's on my, up here on my, actually it's moving. I didn't even see it. It's on my day 2 plus continuation move ideas. So definitely very interesting. I like that one. I got that one as well. We'll go ahead and flip over to it just to see what it's doing over here. So it is breaking out of the ATR high there on the 15-minute. We'll see if it can hold it. ATR high on the daily though is what? 575 ATR high, $5 ATR low here. So let's edit this and put in here ATR high daily. Oops. High daily. And make that green. Then ATR low of $4.99. That's like right on $5 of ATR low. Okay, so we got our dailies out there. Let's look at the let's go back to the 15-minute and see the difference between this 15-minute ATR and the dailies. So right now, trading in consolidation in this level, looking for it to hold above $5. Let's jump back over to GameStop as well. GameStop did break back down the 15-minute ATR low. And thing is, if it's breaking the 15-minute, you know, you just have to go to the next level. Okay, well, what about the hour? What about the 4-hour? Is it holding? No, it's below. It's headed below the hour right now, and continuing to show a little bit of bearish movement. But on the daily, still holding above that daily. But it's got a lot of room. If it does get through there, it's got a lot of room back to $20. I didn't even name this one ATR low. ATR low on the daily. There we go. Okay. All right. So ACIU just trading in consolidation has an ATR high here of 350s, but trading in consolidation. OKLO was that IPO that I'm not going to be touching. If the name pops again later in the future, maybe, but I don't really know what they do. I'll throw them on my watch list so I can research them, but I'm not going to throw them on or the continuation watch list. SQSP trash. So we got game and ACIU. Wow, the SRTS slammed down pretty good in this consolidation. If we could just hold sideways here, it would be looking better for continuation. Interesting. Reliable says Wolf is the earnings after hours play I'll be watching. And then Mike D said, good morning, Mike D. Salute. Yeah, we're watching GameStop kind of piddle around. Is it halted? GameStop is now halted up. It has not broken over the ATR high or the low. It's still in this consolidation level. We're gonna have to see where it opens up at. Very interesting in the first 15 minutes. ACIU going down under the 15-minute ATR there. I don't know if it's going to be able to compete with GameStop. Looking at the, it's actually below its daily ATR as well. So I don't know if it's going to be able to compete today, but maybe it'll be something to watch further on in the week. But I didn't see any or yes, I did. It was Alzheimer's Catalyst. So Alzheimer plays could be something if it gets its price up. If it can start to gap up again, that would be dope. So I throw that one on the continuation watch. If it can get over 5, that'll be something that I'm watching hard and heavy. All right, let's see when GameStop is about to be opening. Go to my halt scanner. GameStop halted at 9:35:46. It'll be opening up at 9:40:46. Interesting. And we're not really seeing a whole lot of low floats with a lot of life today. Let's go and check the float on ACIU while we're waiting on this thing to unhalt. ACIU. Statistics. All right, so the float over here is 39.64 million in the float. It's kind of evenly held by insiders and institutions, which is odd. Must be a pretty good company. Institutions are that into that, okay? Or they want to manipulate it. I don't know. Let's go to FinViz and check it out over here. AICU, was that the right one? AIUC. I'm spelling it wrong. Let's see, what is it? ACIU. Okay, this one has a float of 57.66. Insiders owning, insider transactions. Yes, about the same, telling us the same about insider and institutional owning. Let's jump over to Market Watch. $57 over here as well. Does it have any shelf registrations? Shelf registration from 2 months ago on this one, so definitely they had one back in 2021, so they've done a shelf registration before, and I guess they just renewed it because this wasn't an automatic shelf registration. They just renewed the regular shelf registration. So let's see, ACIU. Yep, same float. Insider holding, yeah, about the same. Okay, so we'll see what happens there. GameStop will be unhalting in like a minute and something. I'm still watching everything else, trying to see if any low floats pop up. SRTS just continued down, and now that it's broken down, this low ATR, I'm looking at the hour chart, It looks like it's headed down that way as well. The breakdown of the $5 will not look too good on this one, but on the higher time frames, we can see like on the weekly or the monthly, still green on the month, weekly red on the week. So I'll be very careful trying to buy this dip, but it definitely has a whole lot of buying pressure from last week. So we'll see. Okay. Coming into the open on GameStop, if it is a 5 minute halt, will it open above the ATR or will it continue to just jar back and forth in this consolidation level? I think it was on the 46. I'm scared to flip over there because I think it was the 46. Let's see if it opens. There's the open above the ATR, popping right to the 15-minute ATR there. Will it find resistance at that first ATR and get slammed back under 2750s? Nope. Looking like it's finding a little life there. And this 15-minute candle closes in 4 minutes. Pumping up there. Wow. Can we get more volume up here though? There's 28s. Quick pop to 28s. Can it make this previous ATR a support? Looks like it's driving towards that daily ATR high there. Let's see the reaction at the high. Now that is the daily, so it should have a little bit of resistance there, right? Let's see. Pop through it a little bit, but this candle has not closed yet. ATR high, seeing a little bit of resistance there. Needs to continue to push to prove that ATR is nothing to it. 29s pushing on up. Wow. Amazing push out of that daily ATR. But still, this candle has not closed yet. Into another halt. So we'll see what happens. Will it make this 2860-ish level a support, or will it fall back through it? It is above the hour, the 2 hour, the daily. It's above all those ATRs now. So, it's bullish. And what I do is say, okay, if it's above the ATRs, it's going to be bullish until it's not. It's just got to break down. If it never breaks down, I'm just thinking bullish. ACIU. Wait. Where do we go? ACIU continued to dump down there through the ATR low and just not finding much love back up to the upside on the Alzheimer's thing. And looking at the range on ACIU, it only has 24 in the ATR. Everybody is focused on that range though. $2.37 on GameStop. So nice range. Even though it doesn't have crazy relative volume, it has the potential for more range on GameStop. And it's above $5. So that one's fading. Let's look at OKLO. That's fading. NSIG, that's fading. SRTS, maybe a play for later on in the week. I'm going to continue to watch that one though. And then ITOS, what do you got? What do you got, ITOS? ITOS jumping down there to, oops. ITOS had a huge wick down to 1637, the ATR low of day right here. So this was the ATR low that it went down and tested, bounced all the way back up here to the 1720s, back into consolidation. So I'll be willing to take a trade if it starts to break an ATR high, but yeah, I'm probably going to wait because it's Monday, and I'll look at it tomorrow and see if it wants to continue to try to test this 1875. So we'll see. But looking on the higher time frames, big beat down, and all it needs to do is break towards the 19s and the 20s, basically. It had earnings news from last week, and I think it had something else, I forget. But I'll research and see what exactly was up. But right now, GameStop is the ultimate focus of the day of everybody in these first 15 minutes. GameStop, man. I know it got some major chat room pumps last week. People even came in here and they were like, buy it, buy it, buy it now, buy it. I'm like, okay, bro, chill out. Chill out. There's no reasoning behind this move. All there are chat rooms, right? The company has not put out anything that says, hey, we're doing great. Everything's like their sales are down. Year over year, their sales are down. So it's like, I don't know. Let's see the treatment after the 15 minute. And this next candle will be opening a new 15-minute candle. And let me see exactly what time it's supposed to open here. Halted at the 9:42:24. So it should be opening up at the 9:47:24 if it's a 5-minute halt. So in 2 minutes. We got a couple of things popping up towards 10% as well, but none of them are looking like low floats. INCY, Sound, SOUN, RXRX, all of these popping towards, but none of them are low floats. OKLO I just don't like because it's IPO. So yeah, kind of not a lot. Just got a new one popping in, cost KOSS, going towards $5, up 50%. That one is one that I will throw up here on the watch as well. So costs, I don't know what the news is on it. It was not showing in pre-market. It has a relative volume of 91 times its norm and a relative standard deviation of 7 deviations away. It has 4 million shares traded, and it is a low float. Looks like it got up to 5, but 5 became some type of resistance. Looking out here on the larger time frame, we can see that it has gotten beat down, and it is getting a pop up here on costs, popping from 227 on the monthly all the way up here to like right under 5 or 5 even on the weekly. It's been taking its time doing these little pops as well, so very interesting. I'm gonna throw that one on watch, but I don't know what the catalyst is behind this name. So let's watch GameStop open up, and then we'll see what cost is talking about. But making its way on towards that 5. GameStop, what you got? 47, whatever the number was. I think it was 47, 47.24. It should have already opened up. Okay, there's the opening higher. Let's see if it can hold this ATR high of 28.70. Oh my gosh, it went up to 30. Yeah, it's definitely holding it up. Nice little pound up, but it needs to clarify that this is support. Is it going to respect the ATR? Is it going to slam straight back through it? And at this point, we've got no pullbacks, so we don't know. And we can see volume coming in right here at the 29s. You see this volume building up, so that's going to pull the point of control higher. Big splash down. Let's see if it can hold the ATR high. Did it halt down? Nope, not halted down. It is halted down. Yep. Okay, so halting down towards the ATR high. Question is, can it hold this level once it opens back up? And then we want to look at costs. KOSS for a catalyst. That's what we need. All right. Let's see. Press releases on Cost Corporation. Cost releases third quarter results. That was 3 days ago. And then the last news was in February 1st. I mean, why is this thing up? Okay, let's see. Net sales for the 3 months ended March 31st, 2024 were 2,600,000. And I'm not going to read the rest of those numbers, which is a decline from 7 or a decline of 700,000 or 22% compared to 3,300,000 for the same period in the prior year. So they're not doing so well for sales. Their net sales for the 9 months ended, net sales were down. So net sales, all I'm seeing is net sales are down. A downturn in sales in the direct to customer space of nearly 30%. Okay, so cost isn't looking great on their catalyst, so I'm not too worried about cost. I'm gonna let cost die by itself. Let's go back up to GameStop, and oh my god, what? I thought it halted. Okay, so halted up again. It came down, held the right above the ATR high, and bounced back up. Okay, I guess it was a false halt. I looked away from it when I thought it halted. Well, cool. So now GameStop is over 30. It's over the ATR high. And at this point, where will it stop? Where will a pullback be? Because we haven't seen one yet, and it is above all ATRs. Cost, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of that one. Don't like the catalyst. All the sales are down, so no point of that one. ACIU below $5 and below the ATR low as well. And so below the ATR low, I'm thinking, okay, the best thing that can happen is it retest this ATR low 318. The worst thing that can happen is it just continues to fade down, because I'm thinking below the ATRs, it's just in a downtrend on the day. You know, if it was in consolidation, then maybe it would have a higher probability to go and break out higher. But at this point, it's just one of those that I don't know about if today is the day for it. And then we'll watch GameStop. Let's see if anything else new popped up here other than costs. I see HOLO down there up 5%, which is, ugh, it's not great down there. So these are the top 5 movers here under $5 on volume. CCLD popping up a little bit with 10 million, but just kind of a flat look in here on that one, especially being in competition with GameStop on the day. See some of these things get over 5, man. STR did challenge back up to the top side. This is one that I was watching from last week and Reliable called out today. Nice big check of consolidation. So it's got a little range above $5 built now. And it is looking good going towards this 550 ATR break there. Looks very good and very bullish now. And this is why I wait the first 30 minutes to see, okay, what is the market trying to tell us? Is it trying to tell us that it's just taking souls, or is it trying to show us an actual story on something that has good catalysts? But yeah, that will be one that I'm gonna be watching as well. STRS for the week. Don't know about NI. SG is not really doing much. So yeah, we got pretty much everything. Top on the daily GameStop, and then these 3 are my watches throughout the week. And still surveying for more low flows, but I haven't seen any yet that are above 5. All right, let's see what time this thing's gonna be open up now. GameStop halted at 49.20. 49.20. Be unhalting at, what is it, 54.20, like in a minute. Let me read some of these chats as well. Wolf. Okay, so let's see what GameStop does. I don't know if anybody is actually trading GameStop in our chat. If you are, enjoying your time on the roller coaster, let us know. If your hands are up and you got your diamond gloves on, just let us know. It does look bullish for now, though. What about AM? Let's look at AMC. Is it move? Yeah, last time AMC did move with GameStop, didn't it? Let's go to AMC. AMC up 19 per. Oh, it got shoved down a little bit. So maybe it is moving up, though. Last time they did move up together. Now AMC is a lot cheaper. It still is a higher float, but it is in the small cap realm. So maybe one to watch on AMC if you're playing those. I gotta go and look at the catalyst on AMC after GameStop opens here. 54, I forgot the time. Let's see. 54.20. Should have already opened. I see things moving here. Jumped up to 33. Is it back into another halt? It is back into what? You know what? I'm gonna wait this time. I'm gonna give it a time for these numbers to stop moving, because last time I did this and it flipped. So I'm gonna wait till these numbers disappear. A lot of trades, a lot of shares going through. Okay, now it stopped. So jumped up to 33.29. So from little breakout from 27 up to 33 right there. And like I said, it's so far away from the ATR high now. It's like it's you just got to be quick now if you're gonna trade that one. Let me go look at AMC's catalyst here. AMC. Are they on the same type of time of GameStop with no catalyst? Let's see. 4 days ago, AMC Entertainment Holdings reports first quarter 2024 results. AMC Entertainment Holdings Inc. Previews first quarter 2024 preliminary results and announces first quarter whatever. So that was on April 26th, and then we got news 4 days ago. Let's read into this. Okay, so AMC is the largest. Okay, I don't want. Do you have any money talks? That's all I really care about. I don't. Come on now. I'm trying to see these earnings, these sales. What y'all got going on here? Okay, let's see. Total revenues for quarter ended March 31st to be approximately 951 million compared to 954 million for the quarter ended March. So it's making less. Net loss, no, it has less than revenues. Let me read the rest. Net loss for quarter ended March 31st is net loss compared to net loss. So to be 163.5 million compared to a net loss of 235 million for the quarter. So it lost more in 2023 than in 2024. Diluted loss per share for the quarter ended March 31st, 2024 to be 62 cents per share compared to the diluted loss per share of $1.71 for the quarter ended March 2023. Adjusted EBITDA to be 31.6 million. So the revenues are down. Money is down. So yeah, I know that you lost less, but of course y'all had the stock pumped up by chat rooms and sold off. So, the range is becoming less, but the actual money that they have coming in is what I'm interested in. Adjusted, and it looks like it's been getting less and less. They're not making the money. They're not making the money. Okay. Interesting all around though. Looking at the scans, still kind of stagnant around the board. Cost taking the lead down there. It did break over 5 quickly. And it halted. So a lot of halting stops with like no reason, no catalyst or anything. GameStop sales are down, things are bad. It's gapping up. It's not gapping up. It's halting up. Costs, absolutely no reason. Everything about their company is saying it's losing revenue. It's going up. So there's no real logic in this move. But it is up, and it is a low float. So people will trade it just because it's a low float. AMC bouncing back again, creating a higher low, higher than the 350s that it had down here at the ATR low, showing some respect for that level. And the question is, can it start holding the 350s and getting back above those 360s and looking for a higher move? Okay. GameStop, man, this is going to be a crazy open. What time did it halt? Halted at 9:54, 43. So it should be opening on the 43. So 8:59:43, it should be opening here. If this is a 5-minute halt. Open all the way up to 35s. A little bit of volume coming in and has not had any pullbacks and into another halt. Now I'm gonna wait. This may not be a halt. I keep saying that it may be a false halt. It's still moving, so I'm gonna wait for the numbers to stop moving. Still see numbers moving here. Okay, now the numbers have stopped. So another halt up to 36.70. It has moved this ATR. Once it got above the ATR, everybody's like, this is bullish. And yeah, from 28 up to 36 in the first 30 minutes. Nice moves. AMC holding above 350s and continuing to form higher lows, big higher lows at that. Look at these wicks getting bought up. 331 all the way up here to 352. 342 all the way up here to 350. So somebody is keeping it around this 350. We'll see what it does, but as of now, it's still in between the ATR high and low, especially on the daily. If we look on the daily chart, ATR high here is the 383s, ATR low is the 320s, but looking at the overall movement, it did gap up and has some potential to go higher. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this ATR low and high in here on the day, and we'll see where it ends up going, if it wants to go towards the 383s or not. ATR high based on daily. Oops, daily. And then ATR low. Daily. There we go. All right, so those are set out there. It's got quite a bit of ways to get to the ATR, the daily highs and lows. It's just kind of still consolidating in here. GameStop up 110%. So you already know all eyes are on GameStop. It's moving like a low float. It has a market cap of 11 million, 11 billion, I mean, which makes it kind of a mid going towards large cap again. Actually, mid cap. Yeah. Interesting all around. Anyway, as of today, I'm just collecting my information, seeing if there is any catalyst that I want to trade. I still have my watchers, SRTS. I'm going to be watching this week. INSG and ITOS, watching these three. And as of these ones, we'll see what they do when they end up dropping off. But as of now, all eyes are on these two, AMC and GameStop. Looks like 75 million shares traded on AMC, 37 million shares traded on GameStop. So very, interesting plays. We also see some names that we haven't seen in a while, which have gone under 5 kind of hardcore, like Hollow, AMED, ALLR, JDST. I don't know what that thing is, but it's not a lot of action down there under 5, to be honest. It's just CCLD, which broke down. But yeah, these are my scans, and I'm going to continue to monitor throughout the day. But as of now, just collecting data, get some money on the week, and get out of here. But Monday is just, the day where everybody's like, yeah, I got this new strategy. Let's try this new strategy. Let's just do something, right? And see if we get paid. So letting that spirit kind of leave and looking for what's going to actually be trading well throughout the rest of the week. Because GameStop, it is a higher float. If we go and look at this float, we have not checked that yet. Look at this float. See how choppy it's going to get. I put in GMC. Why did I put in GMC? GME. Come on, buddy. GME has a float of 267.9 million in the float. So, yes, it has a good little pop-up day, but when it starts getting choppy and people start taking bad entries, it's gonna get real dangerous out here in these streets for GameStop holders or people that are trying to get in rather than the people that were already in. It's gonna be real dangerous. So yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Definitely don't forget to like and subscribe. I always forget to say that. Um, if you're gonna continue trading, oh, it just popped back over. And now GameStop is two. My goodness, look at that drop. That's a $4 drop on the top. I did not mean the rhyme. That's a $4 drop though. Coming on down again, super high float. And so we use the float to see, how powerful can this move be? And then how choppy is this thing going to be as it continues to trade? And GameStop, I'm thinking it's going to get choppier and choppier and choppier. But anyway, I got to get out of here. And as always, appreciate you guys tuning in from all the different sources. Um, and if you're going to continue to trade, keep your head on a swivel. And I will see you guys. I'll be streaming on Wednesday and Friday. Tuesday and Thursdays, I'm out of the office. So, got to go make that money elsewhere. But yeah, if you guys want to join the Discord, we do have the Discord that you can join. And basically, I'm always checking the Discord. So if you have something to ask or something like that, or you have something to show me, some people come in, they be like, hey, man, look at my strategy. I'm like, yo, let's get it. Because I'm always down to learn or whatnot. So for sure, we can do that in the Discord. But I think that's it for me today. And as always, I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.